What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super deck profile. The last couple profiles we've given you guys have been centered around the Prince of All Saiyans, and we feel like maybe it's time we give you guys another deck profile centered around the main protagonist, Son Goku. So this time around, we're going to be using the same leader that we used, that we showed you guys in the previous video. It's going to be the Set 2 Union Force Vegito. He makes all your Goku and Vegetas red, green, and blue. When he attacks, you get to place a card from the top of the deck in the drop area. If it's red, he gains 5,000 power. And when you are at 4 or less life, you draw 2 cards and awaken to Fusion Warrior Super Saiyan Vegito. There are 10 or more Son Goku or Vegeta in your drop area. He gains 5,000 power and double strike. Probably not going to get around to using that ability, especially with this deck compared to the Vegeta deck. This deck's not as aggressive. It's a little more control-based because you're trying to get to the point where you can play your finisher cards. And the first card in the deck is going to be a throwback to Set 1. We run 4 Kind Saiyan Son Goku. He's 1 cost 5,000. Says when you play this card, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and choose a blue Goku and add it to your hand. Obviously, since the Vegito leader makes all of your Gokus blue, you can choose any Goku that you see within those top 7 cards. Then we run 4 Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku, the sweeper. 2 cost 15k. When you play him, you choose a card in your life, add it to your hand, and choose one of your opponent's battle cards 4 or less, and return it to their hand. So this card helps you self-awaken, and he bounces a card back to your opponent's hand, clears the board for you, and gives you a battle card to attack with. Then we run 4 Son Goku in close quarters. A little bit different, but kind of on the same wavelength. He's a 2 cost 15k. When you play this card, if you have a multicolor in your energy, then you can choose a battle card 3 or less, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So you have to have a multicolor in your energy to use this card. You could combo with him, but it'd be pointless. You may as well just play him, get the 15k battle card on the board, and that way it kind of gives you a way to get around barrier cards. But if you needed to get rid of something immediately, then you have the sweeper to go ahead and bounce it back to their hand. Then we run 4 full power Spirit Bomb Son Goku. He's a 5 cost 25 with double strike, and when you play him, you get to draw a card, choose an energy, switch it to active mode. So he becomes a 4 cost when you have 5 energy. His activate main list, choose 2 cards in your life, add them to your hand. He gains plus 10,000 for the duration of the turn. And that's not once per turn, so you can play that multiple times in a turn. Really easy way to self-awaken if you haven't by that point. Gets you additional battle power and gets you card advantage as well. Now, ideally, when you play this card, you're not going to pay 5 energy for it. In fact, what you're going to do is you're going to play Rebirth of Justice. It's a 4-cost blue that says choose 1 blue battle card in your hand, 5 or less, and play it, and then you can bounce one of your opponent's cards back to their hand. So, you play, since the Vegito makes this Goku blue, you can play it with Rebirth of Justice for 4. Then, when he comes out, his auto still triggers, switching an energy to active mode. So you're getting to play him for 3 and bouncing a card back to your opponent's hand. That's a really, really nice combo. I've used that combo for quite a while, ever since the card came out in Set 3. And then you can choose to attack with the final Spirit Bomb, or you can do what I like to do and EX Evolve him into Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. He's a 7 cost EX Evolve for 1 blue. You discard 2 cards. He's got double strike. He can't be countered. And when he attacks, you get to choose 5 battle cards in your energy and combo with them. You don't pay the combo cost, so everything in your energy that you choose is going to go towards his combo power. Now, he's already 25,000, but he's going to retain all of the power boosts that the final Spirit Bomb give him. So the card's already going to be insanely powerful before that auto triggers, and you combo all your cards away. And that's a massive amount of damage coming at your opponent that they may or may not even be able to combo out of, and they can't counter the card's attacks at all. Then, as an alternative win con, we run Kaioken Son Goku, Defender of Earth. He's got Deflect, and if you have 20 more red and green cards in your drop area, you reduce the cost of his in your hand by 2. Now, this card works in a lot of ways with this deck. Because all your cards are going to be red, green, and blue because of the leader, you're going to get that energy reduction, so he'd be a 5 cost. And because he's a 5 cost and he would be a blue card, you can play him with Rebirth of Justice. So you can play him for 4 energy. And then when your life reaches 1 for the duration of the turn, triple strike and dual attack, and he can't be KO'd. And his activate main says, choose a card in your life, add it to your hand. Your opponent reveals a hand, you discard one. He gains plus 25,000. So on turn 4, if you have enough cards in your drop to reduce his energy, then you can play the Rebirth of Justice and completely just decimate your opponent with this retardedly broken card. So there are a few different win cons that you can go with that. Or if you really wanted to, you could also EX Evolve the Ultimate Spirit Bomb on top of him. He would gain all those power boosts, and you could combo. So you could even play the Kaioken Son Goku, attack once with that massive triple strike. He goes back to active mode, and if you didn't need triple strike again, if double strike was enough, EX Evolve the Ultimate Spirit Bomb and combo with 5 cards in your energy area. That's a lot of damage. Then, because the Vegito makes all of your cards red, green, and blue, specifically red, we play Frieza Army Reborn. Ridiculously powerful Seeker Rare. He's got Quad Strike. If your life is 2 or less, you get to reduce him by 3, so he becomes a 5 cost. And when you play him, your opponent reveals their hand, you choose a card, put it in the drop area, and then you KO all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, 40,000 or less. And then he's just going to sit there and punch your opponent in the face for 4 damage. Stupidly powerful card, and makes it really easy to play with this leader because all your cards are going to be red. Then you've got your super combo, Master Roshi Martial Expert, gives plus 10,000 and lets you draw a card. We've got Trunks Deluge of Power. Not only is this a good card to play because all your Gokus are going to be red, but you can also put this in your energy. It'll still count as red, so it won't get in the way of Frieza's ability. You can use it to play your red extra cards, and he'll still get the power boost if you combo with him via Ultimate Spirit Bomb's ability. So it's an additional 10,000 power coming from your energy. We also run 4 Shu Deluge of Power. He's for blue battle cards. We went with him this time around instead of Goten just because with him, with blue, it's going to be good for your Sensu Beans. It's going to be good for the Rebirth of Justice if you charge it. You wouldn't be able to play the Frieza unless you were at 6 energy and you had 5 of them red. But the Frieza's just kind of in there as an alternate win con. You've got the Kaioken Goku, you've got the Final Spirit Bomb, you've got the Ultimate Spirit Bomb. There's a lot of different routes you can take with this deck. And then speaking of Sensu Bean, we run 4 of those. You can choose a card, give it 5,000 for the duration of the turn, and switch to your energy to active mode. And then we've got the counter Sensu Bean, Unending Awakening. You negate an attack, give your red leader 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And the After Image Technique, which gives one of your leader or battle cards plus 40,000 and gives the attacking card a minus 10,000 for a 50,000 difference. Now, there are a lot of options you can go for with this deck, especially since the leader is so versatile, but one of the options that I considered running was Mach Speed Kaioken Son Goku, because you've got the other Kaioken Goku that can serve as the multicolor in your energy. So you could play this card for 2, and he's going to come out and give one of your opponent's battle cards minus 15,000 power. But it's going to be for 2 energy, and they're going to get whatever autos activate when they come into play. So for 2 energy, I think you may as well be better off just playing Denial of Hope. Counterplay that says if the card being played is 20,000 or less, you just put it in the drop area instead. That gets around any autos activating since it goes straight to the drop area instead of being played. That's probably the better option instead of that Goku. I realize the Goku's themed, he could be charged and serve as any of your energy, but it just seems like a slightly worse version of Denial of Hope. Then you could also run cards like Kaba's Awakening for extra combo power. It's an additional 6,000 combo power. You've got Is That All You've Got? Counter attack, discard a red card, and you can choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and give them minus 15 till the end of the turn. Since you've got the yellow Final Spirit Bomb Goku in the deck as well, if you charge it, he counts as all 4 colors, red, green, blue, and yellow, so you could run yellow extra cards like Crusher Ball. When your opponent plays a card, it gets put in rest mode. Paternal Bonds, you get to negate an attack, switch one of your cards to rest mode, switch one of your opponent's battle cards to rest mode, or Flying Nimbus, which negates the attack, and if you discard a yellow card, then your opponent can only attack with 1 more battle card for the duration of the turn. There's a lot of different options you can do with this deck. Again, because it's Goku themed, because the leader makes them tricolored, you can do so many things. You can play so many other cards we didn't go over, and there's just so many cards to go over. If you didn't want to do the final Spirit Bomb, or the Ultimate Spirit Bomb, rather, you could also do, like, the UI Goku from Set 3 as well. That's another really fantastic option, because your opponent can't combo through his attack. They can still counter it, though. So that's kind of why I like the Ultimate Spirit Bomb, and with as much damage as he puts out, your opponent not being able to combo doesn't really matter too much, because they're not going to be able to combo out of that much damage. So I prefer that anyways. Plus, I just like the card. The art looks super dope. But that's going to do it for this deck profile. We're going to try and tone down all of our Set 2 Vegito leader decks, at least until the next set comes out. And then you'll probably see more of them, because we're getting more Goku and Vegetas, and there's just so much more we can do with that stuff. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. If you guys have played anything similar to this before. This is basically an updated version of one of the decks I did do a profile on before. I know a lot of you guys said you liked it. This just gives you a lot more options, because all these other cards have come out since then, and it's not just about getting to Ultimate Spirit Bomb. So, a lot of different win cons, a lot of different ways you can go about playing the deck, and different ways that you can manage controlling your opponent's cards as well. But if you like the deck, try it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you got any suggestions in the comments down below, feel free to list them. I always love discussing these decks with you guys and trying to make them better with you guys as well. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.